नमस्कार। आर के त्यागी, एनसीआर, दिल्ली, गाजियाबाद। ओम सच्चिद जनवानी नमे चैनल पर आपका स्वागत है। प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब माय यूट्यूब चैनल ओम सच्चिद जनवानी नमे एंड शेयर द वीडियो एज मच एज पॉसिबल so as to mobilize our friends, our retirees and others. ये कुछ मैं टैक्स की फिगर्स दे रहा हूँ आपको, टैक्स के बारे में बता रहा हूँ। इनकम टैक्स, अभी इनकम टैक्स का टाइम आ गया है, फरवरी का ख़त्म हो जाएगा, तो ये मैं आपको बता देता हूँ थोड़ा सा। इनकम टैक्स अपडेट, प्लीज़ मेक इन्वेस्टमेंट फॉर डिडक्शन बिफोर 31 March 24 एंड कलेक्ट ऑल रिसीट्स। मेजर सेक्शन ऑफ फॉर डिडक्शन अंडर सेक्शन 24B ₹2 lakhs, अंडर सेक्शन 80C ₹1.5 lakhs, अंडर सेक्शन 80C CD 1B ₹0.5 lakhs, अंडर सेक्शन 80D ₹0.25 lakhs। तो ये था एक तो, और एक है कंपेयर IT रिज्यूम फॉर फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2023 एंड 24। विजय राघवन आर, ये विजय राघवन आर हैं कोई, इन्होंने ये बनाया है आज ही, और ये लिंक भी दिया है इन्होंने, देखें क्या कहते हैं। आइए, रिबेट ऑन इनकम टैक्स अंडर सेक्शन 87A ऑफ इनकम टैक्स एक्ट, न्यू टैक्स रिजीम प्रोवाइडिंग मार्जिनल टैक्स रिलीफ बाय विजय राघवन आर IOBN आर। अच्छा साथियों, ये सभी के लिए, जो सर्विस में उनके लिए ज़्यादा है, ये रिटायरमेंट वालों के लिए उतना नहीं जितना जो सर्विस वाले। रिटायरमेंट वालों की जिनकी अच्छी इनकम है उनके लिए भी है, लेकिन जिनकी सर्विस, जो सर्विस में उनके लिए ज़्यादा है, क्योंकि उनको तो टैक्स का देना पड़ रहा है। द फाइनेंशियल एक्ट ऑफ 2023 इफेक्टिव फ्रॉम द फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2023-24 introduced a rebate under section 87A of Income Tax Act applicable under the new tax regime. This rebate aims to offer marginal tax relief to taxpayers whose taxable income falls within the range of 7,01,000 rupees to 7,27,777 7,27,777 तक, 7,01,000 से, सॉरी 7,01,000 रुपये से लेकर 7,27,777 तक। तो उसमें कहता है एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ मार्जिनल टैक्स रिलीफ अंडर सेक्शन 87A ऑफ द इनकम टैक्स एक्ट। In the traditional tax regime for senior citizens, if their taxable income surpasses 5 lakh by ₹1,000 after considering all deductions such as standard deductions, sections 80C, 80D, etc., their tax liability stands at 10,200 plus cess. For instance, if a senior citizen has an annual income of ₹5,50,000 after a standard deduction of 50,000, their tax liability would be nil. However, if their income increases slightly to 5,51,000, they would be liable to pay 10,200 plus cess. Thus, an additional income of ₹1,000 result in an increased tax liability of 9,200 with no provision for marginal tax relief under the old tax regime. The options to avoid tax liability are by investing, availing deductions under section 80C, 80D or under section 80G. There is no marginal tax relief under old tax regime in such cases. In contrast, under the new tax regime, there are no avenues for investment to mitigate additional taxes. Consequently, the budget of 2023 introduced marginal tax relief and the new tax regime. Under the new tax regime NTR, no tax is payable for an annual income of ₹7,50,000 after considering a standard deduction of ₹50,000. However, for an income of 7,55,000, the taxable income would be 7,05,000, resulting in the tax liability of ₹25,500. To alleviate the burden of taxpayers in such cases, instead of paying the full tax liability of rupees 25,500, it is sufficient to pay tax on the additional income above rupees 7 lakhs, which is 5,000. Therefore, the marginal relief is calculated as follows. Marginal relief is equal to tax payable as per slab net minus net tax payable is equal to 25,500 minus 5,000 is equal to 20,500. Hence, for taxpayers with taxable income between 7 lakh 1 rupees to 7 lakh 27,777, the tax liability under the new tax regime is not calculated based on the slab basis. Instead, the tax liability in such cases is determined by the difference in taxable income and rupees 7 lakh. For example, if a person has an income of rupees 7 lakh 60,000, their taxable income would be rupees 7 lakh 10,000. 7 lakh 60,000 minus 50,000 standard deduction. The income tax as per the slab would be 26,000 plus cess. However, as such section 87A of the Income Tax Act, the tax payable would be only rupees 10,000, resulting in a marginal tax relief or rebate of 16,000. To know the tax liability under both new and old tax regime and to decide which tax regime is suitable, a web calculator provided in my website can be utilized by clicking the following link. अब ये इन्होंने लिंक दे रखा, अब ये सब आपको कैसे भेजूँ? अच्छा, विजय राघवन है, ये इनसे पता कर लेना, ठीक है। एक तो ये है और एक और भी थोड़ा सेस के बारे में बता देता हूँ मैं, जीरो जीएसटी, इसके बारे में। डियर फ्रेंड्स, यू आर अवेयर दैट वी हैव बीन representing the government and all associated entities, parliamentary committee, IRDIA and GST council etc. to levy zero GST on health insurance premiums since last few years. We are pleased to inform that Parliamentary Committee of Finance has recommended for reduction of GST on policies meant for senior citizens to make health insurance more inclusive and affordable. It is a welcome step in right directions. We hope and trust GST Council will consider the recommendation of the committee in the interest of senior citizens across the country. For information, please, thanks and regards, N.S.N. Reddy, General Secretary, AIBREA. तो ABREA वालों से एक बार जब अगर वो लगे तो बात करके देख लेना, कहीं ये किसी को फ़ायदा पहुंचाए तो अच्छी बात है। एक मेरे पास और मैसेज भेजा है, ये गुणाशेखरन RX बैंक कैनरा बैंकर हैं, इनका ये भी आपको बता देता हूँ। ये 100% DA न्यूट्रलाइजेशन के ऊपर है। रियल फैक्ट्स बिहाइंड द डिसीजन टू एक्सटेंड 100% DA न्यूट्रलाइजेशन टू pre-November 2002 बैंक रिटायरीज एंड इवोल्यूशन ऑफ एक्सक्रेशिया कंसेप्ट, इसके बारे में ये कह रहे हैं, सुन लीजिए। मैनी ऑफ द सो कॉल्ड ऑफिस बीयरर्स ऑफ UFBU एंड देयर हैंड्समैन फंक्शनिंग under guise of bank retirees organizations are not aware of the game plan of IBA to change the base year for consumer price index from 1960 to 2016. The very next day, IBA decided to extend 100% DA neutralization to pre-November 2002 retirees and informed UFBU. I wrote under this column that this gesture is privilege to change the base year for CPI from 1960 to 2016, since they would get exposed if they continue with present 1960 index. For some simple reason, your DA percentage would become 0.4% per slab. this bipartite settlement, and from next and subsequent bipartite settlement, it would end up with 0.02% per slab and eventually to negotiate to negative territory. Please recall, we have traveled from 4% per slab for 100% DA neutralization and 3 per slab for 75% neutralization under the second bipartite settlement to the present level of 0.07% per slab for 100% neutralization under 11th BPS. This is how bank employees and retirees have all along been cheated. Under the pension regulation 1995, retirees will have to be paid DA in accordance with the DA payable to serving employees. So IBA has no other choice but to extend 100% DA neutralization to pre-November retirees, since they have decided to change the base year for DA calculations from 1960 to 2016. They cannot have two different base year for serving employees and retirees, and hence the offer of the ex gratia that does not attract DA. This is a simple arithmetic reclassification of DA at the rate index 8088 as ex gratia instead of updation revision of pension as extended to RBI. Retirees, even 3% load as extended to serving employees is not given to retirees. 10% load as was extended in third BPS has been narrowed down to 3% under the settlement. Alas, serving employees are not aware of the history. This nefarious game plan of IBA combined would lead to so many anomalous situation, and only the judiciary will have to intervene to settle the anomaly created by IBA combine. गुना शेखरन और एक्स कैनरा बैंकर है ये। तो ये था। नमन साथियों, आर के त्यागी गाजियाबाद। सभी लोग मंगलमय रहें, स्वस्थ रहें, सहपरिवार, और भारत माता की जय। वंदे मातरम। थैंक यू।